Hold up.
Hi, I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're staying safe at home. Today, I want to talk about raw honey, the use of raw honey as a powerful medicine. Clinical research is throwing up more and more research in regards to raw honey, which has been used for thousands and thousands of years. Raw honey has found itself as a medicine, from the treatment of wounds to cancers to asthma to the skin to the hair to your gut, acidity, piles, hemorrhoids, all of these things for years and years. So finally, science is studying it, and the clinical research is exactly what I'm going to talk about today in regards to raw honey. The first thing that people think when it comes to honey, it's going to make me fat. It's a sugar. All sugars are bad. Well, let me tell you something. We should educate ourselves. All sugars are not bad. Every carbohydrate you eat, even if it's a complex carbohydrate, breaks down into a sugar. That's how the mechanism of the human body is. Now, of course, we have refined sugars, the bad sugars that create inflammation in our body, spike up our blood sugar levels. Those are bad for us. But you can't categorize everything. Like again, jaggery. So many people eat jaggery as a medicine for medicinal reasons, for great health. They don't get sick and fat, even though people classify jaggery, oh, it's a sugar, it behaves like a sugar. Everything breaks down into a sugar into your body. But when we use honey therapeutically, of course, you go on eating tablespoons and tablespoons of honey, you're going to create so much of energy in your body, you are going to spike up your blood sugar levels and you are going to put on weight. But when we talk about therapeutic dosages, we're talking about dosages, 1 teaspoon, maybe 1 tablespoon, mixed with other food so that you don't spike up your insulin levels. So it's really, really simple. But the whole point is, with half-baked knowledge and half-baked information, we just categorize foods as bad foods or good foods. So remember, the next time someone tells you, oh, all sugars are the same, everything that you are eating breaks down into sugars. Every single carbohydrate that you eat breaks down into sugars. Now, let's talk about raw honey. The first thing that I want to tell you up front, just don't go out there and buy honey. Honey, to be used as a medicine, has to be raw. It has to be written raw on the bottle. Okay, a lot of the honey is processed, killing most of the medicinal properties, and then honestly, it just becomes something that will spike up your blood sugar levels. So even companies sell organic honey, but no, it should be organic raw honey if you want to use it as a medicine. If you're using it only as a sweetener and for taste, maybe you can do plain organic honey. But raw, unpasteurized honey, this is what holds the medicinal benefits as per research studies. Now, let's look at this one clinical research study that categorized honey as number 1, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antibacterial, antioxidant, rich with flavonoids and polyphenols. These are live bioactives that work with your gut, work with cancers. Anti-diabetic, we're going to talk about that. Anti-proliferating, anti-metastatic, and anti-cancer. A clinical study has actually labeled raw honey with all of these properties. Honey contains all of the 9 essential amino acids as well, rich with minerals, excellent food for your gut. And a lot of people say, oh, sugar feeds the bad bacteria in your gut. Well, not honey, because of its water activity and its low level of water acidity. It does not have any impact on bacterial growth or yeast. So like white sugar will feed yeast, white sugar will feed your bacteria in your gut, which is what causes bloating, fermentation, gas, and that heavy feeling in us when we have too much of refined sugar. You feed the bad bacteria. But honey doesn't have that impact on you if it is raw. Breaking it down to cancer, I was particularly researching this for cancer, and it has an apoptosis mechanism. Anything that can help the body, any food or lifestyle or medicine that can help you to induce apoptosis in your cells is helpful for cancer. And that's why it's labeled as anti-cancer. A lot of cancer cells have lost the intelligence to create self-destruction, to kill themselves. So if my cell is abnormally multiplying and dividing, if apoptosis hits in, we self-destruct those cells, they die, and we contain the cancer. But in cancer, these cells multiply abnormally because the cells have lost the ability to self-destruct. And honey plays a role in apoptosis. Am I saying honey will take away your cancer? Absolutely not. Cancer is multifactorial, requires a multifactorial and diverse nutrition. Honey is one of those nutrients that can make a huge role. Also because it's rated as anti-proliferative, and cancers are proliferative conditions. There's proliferation of cells happening all the time. Honey plays a huge role in the immune system as well because it can boost your NK cells. Those are your natural killer cells. It has a positive impact on your T cells and even your B cells, which basically form the basis of your immune system. So that's why honey was given to kids, honey was given to adults when they fell sick with virals, with bacterial infections, and even stomach infections because it's antibacterial. We've been using this for the longest time in our practice when young kids, not infants, young kids or even adults complain of an upset tummy or they feel uncomfortable in their tummy because they ate some bad food or they have a bacterial infection. We give them a teaspoon to a tablespoon of raw honey on an empty stomach, and most of them report feeling better in the next 1 hour because of its antibacterial properties. Of course, still, if you have a severe bacterial infection, always get checked by your doctor because sometimes you may need an antibiotic because if you don't take an antibiotic, those bacteria can grow in the mucosal linings of your stomach, leading to more and more problems, more and more inflammation, causing more problems. So seek medical advice when you have to. Wound healing. 2 days ago, my daughter dropped a glass bottle and a piece of glass slashed her hand. Okay? Looked at it, it was bleeding continuously, not deep enough to rush her to the hospital to get stitches. So out came the turmeric and out came the raw honey. All I did was mix turmeric and honey, applied the paste to her wound, and in front of her, we observed how in the next couple of seconds, the bleeding completely stopped. Now, this is not my remedy. This remedy is something that we've learned from generations before us. Always keep a bottle of raw honey at home because if you have an open wound, it is one of the best things to heal a wound. Take medical medical intervention if you need it. But mixing turmeric and honey is great for wounds, so you may want to explore that at the right time. Okay, the immune system, yes, this is beautiful. Honey helps the immune system induce the generation of antibodies as well. So that's something great for the immune system. Asthma, okay, this has existed for generations and generations. Raw honey given to asthmatic patients. Relief from asthma along with your other lifestyle changes, medications if you're put on them and everything else. But honey is great for the lungs. It is great for the respiratory system. In fact, Priyanka from my team in the thread of this video is going to post a very simple recipe. If you have too much of mucus buildup in your lungs, you're constantly clearing, phlegm coming out, mucus buildup attracts more bacteria, creates more infection. We're going to give you a simple recipe that you can make at home, which involves honey as well. And for your gut. Honey is beautiful for your gut, gastrointestinal problems. It's not going to really help you to populate your gut bacteria, but it can work as a prebiotic, and as well, it's being classified as a probiotic, but it can soothe inflammation in your gut. So if raw honey suits you, you may want to add it. We put a lot of people on a protocol where they take a teaspoon of triphala powder in the morning. We've done a whole video on this. They take a teaspoon of raw honey and half a teaspoon of ghee, and they make this little paste. And they have it every single morning for your gut, for your skin, for your hair. It's like for everything in the human body. So if it suits you, do it the right way. Remember, never boil honey. Never add it to boiling water. Never add honey. Never add heat to honey. Have it in its raw form. At the most, you can add honey to lukewarm water if you would like it, but never to boiling hot water, and never boil honey. It could become extremely dangerous for you. So you see, this is what nature's given us. Why I get so excited about these things is because one food can deliver so much to your body in small amounts. And when we make this part of our lifestyle every day, we continue to build every aspect of our body. You can use honey, you know, cosmetically, honey is used in almost every kind of face mask that exists there. It's used for your hair, for your skin. So it's a 360-degree holistic superfood again. And you got to get the right quality. It should be written raw honey or raw unpasteurized honey. If it's just honey on the bottle, that's not going to work as a medicine for you. So choose the right quality, try to put it in different ways in your diet plan. Sometimes I do it before a workout. If I know I'm going to have a strenuous workout, I just have a tablespoon of honey before my workout, and the energy is insane. Energy and calories that you will break down within the first 15 to 20 minutes of your workout. Now coming back to diabetes, because everyone's scared of, oh, honey will raise my GI. It's not about that. If I mix honey and nuts together and it doesn't spike my blood sugar levels, guess what? I can actually use honey because it's anti-diabetic. Honey contains several compounds. One of them is chlorogenic acid, which is actually used to balance your blood sugar levels. So with half-baked knowledge, we shouldn't make decisions. But if I have, a lot of our diabetics have raw honey every single day, but they don't just have it plain. After that, they're having nuts or seeds so that they can balance it, or they're having something with fiber so they don't allow their blood sugar levels to spike. But because of the chlorogenic acid, that's why clinically, in clinical research, for medicinal reasons, it is recorded as anti-diabetic. So if honey suits you, use it. If it doesn't, just don't do it. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great weekend. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. And remember, you can. It's all about you.